Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim chiroo. Good luck, we're above when I shake hands with you. Or blow me a kiss, and that's lucky too.
My friend Dick Van Dyke is an all-round performer. I couldn't name one of his talents that's better than the next.
Dick says in an interview that he will only take on roles in films that he can watch with his children and not feel uncomfortable. That philosophy catches the eye of a Hollywood visionary.
Oh, beloved Uncle Walt. We all got to call him Uncle Walt. And he was magic, a magic man. And actually, a lot of Dick's qualities remind me of Walt. I can see why Walt would cast him, because if Walt hadn't been having to run this great big studio of his, I think he'd have been a sillier boy as Dick Van Dyke.
Well, you know, ever since I was a child and went to see Disney movies, I always had an ambition to be in a Disney movie. And so when I got the call from Walt and he showed me all the wonderful drawings and I heard the music, I about fell down because this is what I've dreamed of doing.
Mary Poppins was so special. So many indelible moments in that movie, and a lot of them were because of Dick Van Dyke's performances. His singing, his dancing, his acting, his pathos. I mean, he was transcendent. He jumped off the screen and gave you a giant hug.
Let's see. You think, you wink, you do a double blink, you close your eyes, and jump.
Bert is several things during the picture. In the beginning, he's a one-man band. And the next time you see him, he's a sidewalk artist. And then the next time you see him, he's a chimney sweep. He's a kind of a jack of all trades. Mostly, I think he's a chimney sweep. He seems to be the only one who knows Mary Poppins from some time before, knows who Mary Poppins is and what she does. And Bert himself, the character, shows that he has found the secret of happiness, what life is about.
Now as the ladder of life has been strung, you might think a sweep's on the bottommost rung. Though I spends me time in the ashes and smoke, in this all wide world there's no happier bloke. Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim chiree. A sweep is as lucky can be.
It's always about the joy with Dick and finding the good stuff, finding something fun about anything. I mean, he would make you laugh uproariously, and then the camera light would go on, and we were meant to be in scene. Forget about it. We all couldn't stop laughing.
Dick was so good-looking and tall and endearing and a wonderful partner to work with.
Dick, did playing the role of Bert, Mary's Cockney sidekick, present any interesting or special challenges to Dick Van Dyke, the actor?
Well, I think it was the acting, the comedy, and the skilled dancing and singing that gave me the most trouble. The biggest problem I had was with the Cockney accent. That was the really big fight I had with that picture. And I don't know whether the people in England will...
oh, they will, they will. I think it's a good Cockney accent.
But it drove me crazy, to tell you the truth.
I didn't think it was that bad. There's not just one kind of Cockney. It depends where you come from. And he was so rivetingly entertaining, funny and sweet, and doing so much on camera that one really didn't get bothered by it, I don't think.
I would have to say to the people that don't like the accent over in England when they see Mary Poppins, don't worry about it, governor.
It's all me pals. Stepping time! Stepping time! Stepping time! Stepping time!
When Dick Van Dyke and his chimney sweeps performed Steppin' Time, that was a silver bullet that went into my brain.
Stepping time! Stepping time! Come on, mighty, stepping time! Stepping time! Stepping time! Stepping time! Stepping time! Stepping time! Never need a reason, never need a rhyme. Stepping time! Stepping time!
I saw him dancing. Some of the moves are really absurd and crazy. Dick uses his legs a lot as a dancer, and he uses his physicality. I think that's my idea of what dancing is.
I think it's the most exciting dance sequence I've ever seen on film or on stage or anywhere else.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that was Julie Andrews saying, yeah, yeah. And movement, even dancing, doesn't describe what's happening on the rooftops of London. There are these maniac bodies flying across the screen, over the rooftops and down the chimneys and up the chimneys.
It's one of the most exhausting, too. It was incredible to try and do it, wasn't it, Dick? I remember you being exhausted at the end of the day. I've never seen anybody dance as fast or as hard as you did.
And he's a hoofer. On top of everything else, he can hoof. So it's just incredible, his ability.
He's physically one of the most fluid people I've ever met. You know when you go past like a car dealership and you see one of those sock things that are wiggling their arms and legs? That's what he's like. He's like an air sock, sort of wiggles all over the place.
He just did it so brilliantly, and originally, it was great fun.
That's the chairman of the bank, the elder Mr. Dawes, a giant in the world of finance.
A giant?
Oh, one of the most kind of startling things was, you know, we have the bank scene. Jane and Michael go to the bank to deposit their tuppence.
So, you have tuppence?
And there's this very elderly bank owner who's really scary. I mean, as real-life kids, I was terrified of the man. He was ugly as sin and very doddery, and I thought he was going to fall on me.
Stand! While stand the banks of England, England stands.
And then I get to the premiere in London, which was the first time I saw the film, and at the end of the movie, the credits get all kind of jumbled up. And you realize that he had played the old banker. Hadn't got a clue, which was wise, because I wouldn't have been scared of him. I would have been waiting for him to crack a joke, but actually, he's a very convincing, crotchety old man.
There probably aren't words to describe your emotion.
Now, gentlemen, please. On the contrary, there's a very good word. Am I right, Bert?
Tell him what it is.
My favorite song to do in the film was Supercalifragilistic. I think it might have been Dick's, too. We both loved the speed of it and the silliness of it. And dancing with Dick is such fun. When we were in rehearsal, he made me laugh so hard because, as we all know, he can kick his legs up so high with superb ease and talent.
It's supercalifragilistic,
Well, I've heard people having fun with music, but never quite like this. What a song, what a title, what a team. Julie and Dick, you both sounded like you're having a real ball doing that song.
Supercalifragilistic.
Well done, well done. It was fun to do, wasn't it?
It was so much fun to do. But we finished together.
With the giggles.
No, we didn't. Did they leave that in the film, the giggles?
The giggles? No, well, I think they must have cut that bit out.
The biggest word you ever heard, and this is how it goes. Oh, supercalifragilistic, even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you say it loud enough, you'll always sound precocious. Supercalifragilistic, I'm the little underline, I'm the little underline, I'm the little underline, I'm the little underline.
I haven't seen it for a long time, but I think it's fantastic. It's great. Yeah.
Mary Poppins is a work of art.
Ladies and gentlemen, one of the stars of Mary Poppins, Dick Van Dyke.
We welcome you, Dick. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. I'm so nervous I'm about to die. It's such an exciting night.
This is the night of all. I'll tell you, it's really something. They're raving.
It was a high point of my life when I saw that finally put together with the real animation in there. What a masterful job it was. The whole thing was just a turning point for me. It was such a contribution to family entertainment, and I know that it's going to be around for a long time. It stands as the perfect Walt Disney movie as far as I'm concerned.
Supercalifragilistic, Supercalifragilistic.